In this video, we're going to go over how to create an instructor-led class in the Educare system. In order to do so, you must have the proper administrator privileges. Click on the Admin tab at the very top, and then click on the Learning icon just below. By default, the Items tab will be selected at the very top on the left-hand column. And so we'll want to create a new item, which is a new instructor-led course. To do so, go over to the right-hand side and click Add New. This will open up our wizard to create our new instructor-led class. A class is a scheduled only item, so we'll select Scheduled Only and go to the lower right-hand corner and click OK. Now we can fill in the details for our class. We'll open up this drop-down and we'll select Classroom. The ID field will leave blank and will allow the system to auto-generate an ID. Now we can type in the name of our class. And we'll want to type in a nice description, as users who view this class in the system will be able to read this description. By default, the domain for this class is public, meaning that anyone in the company can view and access this class. If we wish to restrict that, we want to click this icon and select the domain that we want to restrict to. If you don't know the domain, you can click Search and view all the available domains within the company to select from. If you know your domain, go back to the Search tab and you can just type it in. In this case, I'm going to choose Fort Lauderdale. I'll click Search, and there's my Fort Lauderdale domain. I'll select it, and now it has populated into the domain field. For approval process, just leave this to the default setting, and for approval required, leave this set at No. In a future video, we'll go over how to set up a course if you want to require manager approval. But for now, we'll just leave this at No. Now we can set the time frame for our class. By default, it's set to 1 day for 8 hours. We can change this. If the course is 4 hours, we could change this to 4. If the course runs over multiple days, then we can change the number of days. If the course runs multiple days but a different amount of time each day, we can go into Advanced Options. And you see here we have the ability to define each part of the course, each day of the course. So I'm going to call this one Part A, and the second day Part B. And Part A is a full 8-hour day, and Part B only runs 4 hours. So you can set this however you need it. For now, I'm just going to go back. Click this tab that says Switch Back to Basic Option. And I'm going to go back to my course being 1 day, 8 hours, which was the original default. So everything looks good, and now I can save and exit. Now the course is in the system, and I'm ready to continue with the configurations for my course. We'll look over here on the left-hand column, and we'll go through the tabs. Assignment profiles. If you want a particular profile of user to automatically get assigned this course, then this is where you would do that. We'll cover assignment profiles in another video. To add an assignment profile, for example, you may have a profile called line managers that has a particular grouping of positions. And so you would simply click add and that profile and select it, and that profile would populate, and the people who fit that profile would automatically receive this course. I'm going to move down here to the third tab, Online Content. If you want some content to be associated with this particular class, for example, maybe you want people who register for this course to receive a particular document, this is where you could do that. Of course, the document would already have to be into the system, or else we can add it later. But again, we would go here to add content. This would open up a box, and you can see we can add an exam to this course or a content package which could contain any number of things, including a document. I will not go through the rest of the tabs here. I will mention one here, prerequisites. So if there's a course that you want to be a prerequisite for this course, here's where you would select that, and then you would select the icon here to establish the prerequisites for someone being able to register for this course. If this course were part of a curricula, that would be visible here. However, this is not where you would actually assign the course to that curricula. You'd actually have to go into the curricula itself, and we'll cover that in a separate video. So at this point, our class is in the system, and now it's available for you to schedule sessions in order to enroll users in a particular session. And that's what we'll cover in the next video.